Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Okay, so it's Thanksgiving. We already know the story, the pilgrims, the Native Americans, the feast, the harvesting, everything. But have you ever wondered how pilgrims and Native Americans actually communicated? Have you ever thought about the language barriers? Before the very first historical Thanksgiving, we had two different groups of people that spoke English on one hand and Wampanoag in another. And they had to build some very important cultural and language bridges in order to communicate effectively. The communication first started with something called pidgin, and it was basically made of gesture, core nouns, and simple verbs. This was the first approach to communicating. And as unbelievable as it may sound, we have in this story a translator or interpreter who was very much responsible for bridging important gaps. He was called Squanto, and long before the Mayflower arrived, he had been kidnapped by an explorer and had been sold as a slave. He lived in England for a while, became fluent in the English language, and then finally returned to his land. Unfortunately, he did not find his people, but his skills in English became indispensable, and he became a very important figure. So he basically became the interpreter between the Wampanoag leader and the pilgrims. So that very first feast, Thanksgiving feast, was in part possible thanks to Squanto, an interpreter that not everyone knows about. The connection, of course, is deeper than one interpreter, but he had a very important role to play, and we have to honor that. Another fun fact here is that there are Wampanoag words that are still present in our English language, especially regarding Thanksgiving. For example, the word squash comes from this word in Wampanoag. I'm going to write it. I'm not going to pronounce it because I want to honor it properly. I wouldn't want to mispronounce something that I don't know how to do properly. But it basically meant uncooked or raw food. So this is a new perspective of Thanksgiving that I want to bring to you guys as a translator and interpreter. Thanksgiving is also a beautiful story about language barriers being overcome. Hope you liked it.